Welcome, everybody, casting for two. The two. Casting for two. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing there. Hi, once again, everybody. I am the host with the sort of most, whatever. It's me, Chris. If you didn't know. I got a good episode for you today, casting for two, episode number 44. 6 away from hitting the big 5-0, because I can do math, because this is easy math and I can do it. But like I said, I got a good episode for you. Once again, I'd like to thank all of you guys for supporting the show. I'm very appreciative of that. And you keep listening, I keep making them. How's that? Is it a deal? We got a deal? All right, I like our deal. My guest on today is just so lovely, so great. Actress, performer, dancer, all of that. Caitlin Carver. She's on the show. And we talk all about scooters and Hannibal, which I can't help it, okay? I can't. I watch the show. I like it. But it was great chatting with her. She's on a show on ABC Family called The Fosters, which premieres this month, June 16th. And I suggest, go watch it because she's on it. And if she's on it, yes, I will watch it. She just had a great, lovely chat with her. And you know what? Let's just get into this episode, okay? I'm tired of talking. Let's start the episode. So, Chris, cue the music, please. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Good. I'm doing really well.
So how's your day going so far?
It's good. I was actually, this is so random, but when I was trying to call you, some other number called me, and I thought it was maybe you calling me, and so I answered, and they were like, hey, did you order a moped? And they were like, we have a delivery for a moped. And I was like, wait, what? I want a moped. 2, no, I did not order one. So I was like cracking up. I was like, I have no clue who this is, but my day's going really well. Woke up like an hour ago, and that's about all that's happened.
Right on.
How's your day going?
Well, first off, let me just say, if you didn't want the moped, you could have just told me no. I give away mopeds to all my guests.
Wait, is this real? Because I do want a moped.
I mean, look, no. No, it's not real, but I don't want to get you in trouble, okay? If you want to take it, leave me out of this.
Okay, fine.
No,
I'll leave you out.
My morning's been going good so far. I mean, I watched Hannibal.
Okay,
and
that's definitely a good start to your day.
It's so funny because I was talking to my friend about the show Hannibal. It's I'm not ashamed that I like it as much as I like it, but nobody ever talks to me about the show.
Well, honestly, I've never seen it. I've heard a lot about it, but I've actually never watched it before.
I've only seen maybe 30 minutes of Red Dragon, but other than that, never seen anything Hannibal related.
Really?
Yeah, but
But you like it.
I enjoy the show so much.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have to check it out.
I absolutely don't, but watch it if you're in a, neutral mood.
Okay.
If you go in, a happy mood, it's going to bring you down for sure.
Okay, great. What if I go in a sad mood or depressed?
I think
just going to bring me down farther.
I think you still might be neutral.
Oh, okay.
I've never watched it in like a saddened state, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, well, you just keep me posted with that if that ever happens.
All right, I'll invite you onto my next podcast, Hannibal Talk.
Appreciate it. I would love to be there. Count me in.
There we go. But I'd like to. I love talking with actors because I love getting into the mind of an actor, non-Hannibal way. It's just finding out how somebody gets into character. That's what really interests me about actors.
How we get into character.
How you get into character, but I want to ask you where did you first get the acting bug?
Well, I grew up in Alabama, and I started dancing when I was 2.5, and so I've been performing ever since I was really young, and I think it was just kind of like in my blood that my passion was performing. And when I was in high school, I did a little bit of theater, and I think from there I just knew I wanted to be a performer. And when I turned 18, I kind of convinced my family to let me move to LA and pursue acting and dancing, and just for them to let me perform, because I think it's such a cool art and I wanted to be a part of it. And I moved out here and got into acting classes, and I started auditioning from there. And so it started when I started acting when I was in high school, though. And that's where I really found my love and passion for it. But I have to say dance is what brought me to that, because being able to perform as a dancer really helped me see that, like, acting is also a performance-based thing, And so that's where I found my love for it. I think I was like 15, I want to say. 14 or 15.
Okay. And were your parents ever actors or dancers, anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No one in my family has ever been in the industry in any kind of way. They're very like small town family. They all live in the same town, and they know, like, you go to high school, you go to college, you get married, you have kids, and you work for the rest of your life. Like, they're all like business majors and engineers and stuff. And so when I was like, I want to be in the industry, they're like, what is the industry? Where are you going? So even when I go home for holidays now, my entire family, they're like, what are you doing in California? And they're really country. Mm-hmm. So they'll like ask me, like, what exactly do you do out there? And it's hilarious. I love it because they don't really understand what I'm doing, but I try to explain it.
Right. And did you have before coming to California, did you have an accent?
Yes. I was really country. Sometimes it comes out if I'm not thinking about it. Or if I get like really upset or something, it'll definitely like sneak out. So if you hear it throughout this interview, then yeah, you'll know. But even like if I call my mom on the phone, my accent will come out because I hear hers, and then it just sounds so familiar, and I'm like used to it that it'll come out. But oh yeah, when I first moved out here, I was still so country, and everyone I would talk to, they would immediately ask me like, where are you from? Because they could hear my accent. But I guess just like acting and having to like be, in a professional setting has forced me to like curve my accent.
Right. Okay. Well, it's just interesting. It's like when a British person flips it and just speaks English, American.
Right.
It's just always fascinating, just that switch and what brings you back to that original. So, I don't think I have an accent, but
where are you from?
I was born in Texas, but grew up in Oregon.
Okay, so Texas is very country as well.
It is. And see, my sister and my sister's husband, they're from the country, so they say y'all and they ask questions, stuff like that.
My family's all about the y'all and stuff.
And so I remember I was talking with them, and they mentioned that I had an accent. And I was just, okay, sure. I mean, I guess I don't say y'all. I do say you all. So sure, I guess I have an accent. But.
Yeah, I've started saying you guys, and so my family's really confused when I say that. say it to like a group of girls back in Alabama, like a group of my friends. I'm like, what are you guys doing this weekend? And they're like, you guys, like, we're girls. You have to say y'all.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's great.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. But now I live in Chicago. And
Oh, cool.
I mean, now I'm experiencing the Midwest accent, and it's very.
Yeah.
I love it. I love trying to take it apart and try to recreate it so that I can not make fun of it, but imitate it. There we go.
Yes.
But
Awesome.
okay, so you we got accents. We got off topic. So you go to California. What was one of the first projects that you got involved with, or what was your first breakout role? You would say
Breakout role.
Mm-hmm.
My first acting role that was, I guess, kind of my breakout in the acting industry. Because when I first moved out here, I started with a couple of different dance jobs. Like I danced on a Disney show called So Random, and I danced with like different artists here and there. But my first acting breakout role I did, it was so much fun to do. I worked on Southland, which is a show that was on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I played. My character name was Bloody Girl, but it was really actually like quite a funny scene because it's me and a group of my friends who are making a horror film. We're these college students who are in film school, and we want to make this like really low budget horror film. So I'm like covered in blood, like blood. It looks like I look like Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm running, and we're like throwing these dummies off the balcony, and we're screaming, and my neighbors end up calling the cops because they think that someone's like seriously hurt. And the cops show up, who are the series regulars on the show, and they basically like chew me out for making this low budget horror film that isn't going to get me anywhere. And it was so fun because I was like covered in blood, and I'd never done anything like that. And I mean, I had corn syrup all over me, so that was really fun to play with all day. But yeah, I definitely think that was like my first acting role when I got in LA, and what really made me want to do this as a career.
Okay. No, my dad is a huge Southland fan.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was the one who I forgot when it was on, but for that hour we could not talk to him. Southland was playing, so everyone leave him alone. And because my dad was partly because my dad was a police officer.
Oh, cool! So he relates to it a lot.
Oh, anything cop related, it's he enjoys. Like there's that show, The Bridge, with
okay.
I forgot her name, but she's in it. My dad actually was a policeman, in that area. So
cool.
So yeah, it literally hit home. So anything cop related, he loves.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Southland's such a great show. I'm sad it got canceled when it did, but
yeah,
I mean, it was a wonderful run, and I mean, everyone was so great to work with on that show. Everyone was so nice and so talented. All those guys are so talented.
Oh yeah, well, they'll go on to other projects like Brent is.
Oh, for sure.
Ben is doing Gotham, which should be cool. So
I'm so excited to see that.
I am. Batman signed me up. I'm in. Okay.
Me too.
But
Absolutely.
I also saw you were in one of my other favorite shows, Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
How was that?
When I tell you that I have never laughed so much in my entire life, I was literally in the middle of a take and would start like crying because I was just laughing so hard and I couldn't hold it in. And usually I can like control myself, but those people are so funny over there. I did 2 episodes, and in one episode I was a dancing tooth. There was like a commercial where they have these little like hot girls that are like dancing teeth. And then the second one I was we were at the farmer's market and we were trying to sell chard, and we were like in these like it was really funny. We were in these like green bikinis
Mm-hmm.
with like green shorts, and we had chard that we were like walking around with and like trying to sell, and we were like hitting our friends with it and eating it, and it was very like sexual, but it was hilarious. And I mean, it was cool being able to work with everyone on Parks and Rec, because that's been one of my favorite shows since it started. I think it's hilarious. And yeah, I that day, those 2 days that I worked on that show, both the episodes that I did, I have never laughed so hard in my entire life. Like, still to this day, I think about it and I just like cry because it's so funny.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely cool because I mean, when I watch the show, I see nothing but laughs, but it's actually good to hear that is also going on behind the show, behind the camera. So.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Everyone's just having so much fun on that set, and I that's like one of my favorite things is when I work on a job and everyone's having fun, because I always have fun no matter where I work. Like, I kind of like find the fun and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you see everyone else like just having a blast and everyone else laughing and just really enjoying what they do, like, it makes you feel so much better.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely true. If you go in looking for a good time, chances are you'll have a fun time.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Yeah, you go in, having a bad time. It's like watching an episode of Hannibal. It's not going to be fun. You're going to be entertained, but it's not going to be fun.
Everything comes back to Hannibal.
Yeah, as of life, yes. It starts with Hannibal and it will end with Hannibal. So I want to talk to you a little about the Fosters.
Mm-hmm.
Which is you're on the show, or?
Yes, I am going to be on season 2 of the show. They season 1 aired last year, and I'm a new character on season 2. I play a girl named Haley Hines, and I'm a student at the high school on the show, which is Anchor Beach, and I'm actually the star of the school's dance team. So you might get to see a little bit of dancing, which is really exciting to be able to mix both of my like passions together in one show. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited about it. Season 2 premieres on June 16th at 9 p.m. So yeah, I'm so excited for you guys to meet my character, because she's a tough one. Her name's Haley, like I said, and she's the type of person who, like, she knows what she wants, and, she's going to do whatever to get what she wants. So there's some funny stories happening, and she definitely goes through a journey on the show. And yeah, I'm just really excited for everyone to get to see this character, because it's pretty much opposite of me, and I've never played anything like it. And so it's been a challenge, but it's been fun, and I definitely think I've grown from it since I've been working on the show. But season 2 is going to be great. The cast is so talented, and they have an amazing team over there, and they've written some really cool stuff for season 2. So I'm super excited about it.
Right on. And so just hearing you talk about your character Haley, and how I haven't yet met Haley. Okay.
No, you have not. Yeah.
From talking with you, you sound very sweet, and Haley sounds a little bit sour. I'll just say a little sour.
Yeah, she's very determined.
Okay.
I guess I could use that word, and very confident. So, like I said, she's going to get what she wants at all times, and she's going to figure out a way to do that, whether that's by manipulating someone or, just doing it. But yeah, she can be sweet, but sometimes you might see that it's a little bit of a cover up just to kind of get what she's after. But I mean, it is a little bit opposite of me.
Right. And so, and I don't want you to if you have a secret, don't give a secret away. How do you get yourself into a character like that, who is just the opposite,
Yeah, well, Haley, my character Haley, she's a little bit emotional too. She's very much so like ups and downs, and I mean, it requires, I always take like 5 minutes before and I like listen to songs that can get me into that character. And, I'll like write stuff like in my notes on my phone and just, I mean, like before I went to the audition, I knew what the character was and I made an entire backstory and, you know, I created what I thought this character would be like. And, you know, you use that right before you start filming for the day. You remember what this character's like and what she's been through and why she acts the way that she does. And I just remind myself of all those things before I start filming. But definitely if I have like an emotional scene with her, she always has a motive out of everything. And so I kind of think of that motive and then I listen to my songs, usually my sad songs. And, yeah, I just kind of like, I definitely, music has always, I think maybe because I'm a dancer, but music has always helped me get into the mindset of someone else. Because you can play like a really like pop upbeat song and get, you know, like happy or something.
Right.
So I listen to these like kind of dark songs, not necessarily dark, but like dark and like confident. Like sometimes Katy Perry has great music on her album that really connects me to this character, which is really random. But yeah, I'll just listen to music and remind myself of the backstory that I created before I even auditioned for this role.
Okay, right on. Now, you mentioned music. I too am very into music.
Really?
Oh, I love music. I've played drums for almost, I want to say 13, 12 years now.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's awesome.
So yeah, so like I get it. Before, when I was going to film school, when we were going to do a shoot, I would just blast, you know, like Metallica, something just to get me pumped.
Yeah. See, it helps, right?
It really does help. So what I want to do, you mentioned Katy Perry. I'm going to forget that. I want to guess an artist that this character might listen to.
Okay, go for it.
And I don't know why, but Missy Elliott popped in my head.
Oh my gosh. You know what's really funny is that, okay, sometimes when I'm on set, I like to twerk.
Yeah.
That's like, honestly, I will say that I am really good at that. Caitlin, myself, is really good at that. Haley is too, but whenever I'm waiting for my scene to start or we're like taking a break, they're like doing lighting and stuff, I always find a way to twerk. And Missy Elliott is my favorite artist to twerk to. So I'm not sure if that's Haley that loves Missy Elliott or Caitlin, but I agree with the Missy Elliott thing and Haley. So yeah. I'm right there with you. And I'm going to go download her old albums and start listening to that before I film.
There you go. So see, there you go. I don't know why.
I appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for. Missy Elliott just popped in my head. I don't know why. It's just
I used to watch her music videos when I was in middle school, and I would, oh my gosh, I would get so happy. She's so talented.
You would get happy. I would get scared sometimes. I forget which.
You would get scared?
She was very scary in some of those videos. Like the one where she was in a bag. I forgot which song it was, but it was one of her earlier songs. I don't know, it kind of scared me. And that one where she was covered in bees, she scares me, okay?
She's intense, I will say.
Yeah, but still catchy music for sure.
Right.
So we've talked a lot about stuff in general and not enough about Hannibal, which is fine.
Fine.
It all comes back to Hannibal.
I mean, we can always go back to Hannibal.
No, I don't want to talk about Hannibal. It's fine. So you said the June 16th?
June 16th is the season 2 premiere, and it's on ABC Family, and it airs at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, right on. My last question that I just thought of right now. Do you have any sort of like bad, embarrassing audition stories? Oh
my gosh, yes. Well, I actually probably have a lot of them, but when you said that, one came to my mind.
Yeah, just like Missy Elliott, just popped in my head.
Just popped in my mind. It was actually, I was auditioning for a commercial. I don't remember what it was for, but I walk in the room, and they hadn't really told me a lot before I went in the room. And I get in there, and I know that I'm supposed to be this teenage girl who's like all American. So I go in the room, and he brings me in with this little boy who's supposed to play my brother in this commercial, which is fine. So I go in with this little boy, and he's like, okay, you're going to sing him happy birthday. That's all you're going to do, and you're going to be happy. And I literally had a panic attack because when I tell you I am quite possibly the worst singer in the entire world, I actually mean that. And I start sweating and having anxiety, and like my heart is pounding, and that doesn't usually happen. Like I can usually cover it up, but I'm like actually like shaking, and this little boy is like staring at me because he can see that I'm freaking out, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to sing right now. This is awful. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put on a front. It's gonna be great. It's just happy birthday. So I start singing, and you know when it gets like you have to raise your I don't know much about like music in that way, but you have to like raise your voice to like a higher, you know,
a higher octave.
Yeah, a higher octave. That's the word I was looking for. And I did that, and my voice completely cracked.
Oh no! And
my face turned red, and oh my gosh, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever experienced in my life. I remember walking out of there, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like. It was like one big anxiety attack in an audition room, and it was only like 2 minutes long, but it was like the longest 2 minutes of my entire life.
You should have.
But needless to say, I'm going to start taking singing lessons now.
Oh yeah. No, I can't. I don't know. I probably can't sing. I don't know. No one ever tells me to sing, so I can't sing. You should have danced your way out of there. That would have been funny.
Right? I should have. I'm going to do that next time.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we've already gotten you a checklist for this episode. Hannibal when you're in a blah mood or neutral. Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
And then dancing your way out of auditions.
Perfect. I love it.
All right. So unfortunately, I had just a blast talking with you.
I had a blast talking with you too. Thank you so much.
Oh no,
I really enjoyed it.
It was all my pleasure. But for the people at home who like to follow you online, preferably just online, where can they do that?
My Twitter and Instagram are both Kate Carv. It's CaitCarv. It's like half my first name, half of my last name.
There we go.
And then my Facebook page is facebook.com/Caitlin E. Carver, and it's Caitlin.
There we
Not
go.
with a K.
No, we don't. It's
not with a K.
We don't like those people with the Ks.
No.
Chris with a K does not work. Does not work.
No, thank you. I agree with you. I'm all about the C.
Unless you're a girl, then okay. But guys, no. But
I agree.
So I'll let you go. Have a fantastic day. But anytime you want to come back, go ahead and just let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I enjoyed talking to you.
Likewise. And you have yourself a good day.
All right. You too. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder, you can always catch up with these episodes on castingfor2.com. You can also follow me at Twitter @castingfor2 or send me an email at castingfor2@gmail.com.